Hello, Miss Bell's Algebra 2 seniors. Seniors, if you need some guidance, a little bit of accommodations, clarifications on this test, by all means, watch this video. And these are going to be out of order probably if you're doing it online, once it's posted online on Friday. But I have a paper version, and if you can match these up with what you're doing online, then let's do it. So taking a look at this first one, once again, this is going to be out of order. So whatever you're looking at, if you can find this one, if you're doing it online, you could also do this. You could print this out or just write answers down as you go, then go to the online version of the test where you have to submit your answers, and then you could just put your answers into that form that she's going to be sending out. So anyways, so number one, what is the solution of the system? So you have that y, let me point it out here. This is kind of hard to see the way it's printed out. So you have this y equals negative 5x plus 5, and you have y equals negative 3 minus 3. So you are to, just by graphing, what's the solution? So one thing I want to remind you, and I have this from helping out students in the class, that this equation has a slope of negative 5. So that line is going to have a slope of negative 5, and the y-intercept is at 5. This one, so it's going to be a real steep downward slope. This one is a downward slope also, more gradual, and has a y-intercept of negative 3. I think if you look at the y-intercepts for number one, for this problem, wherever it may be, if you just look at the y-intercepts, you're going to be able to find the answer. So the key to that problem is locating the y-intercepts, because there's only one answer in here that has the correct y-intercepts that are both going down, that are both lines that are going down when you read them from left to right. Okay, number two, what is the solution of the system, and use substitution? So you have these problems here. I went ahead for your number two, and I substituted in that y value in for y right here. So go ahead, I did the first step for you right here. Go ahead and use distributive property and then go through and solve for x. When you solve for x, there's only going to be one x that has that value, and you don't even have to solve for the y because there's only one x with that value. For number three, what is the solution of the system? Use elimination. So just the way these are written, the negative y plus y, they eliminate each other. If I was to add these two equations up, you see that I do that here, and I did the first step for you. The y's are gone. I have x. So go ahead and solve for x. Get x by itself. What would you do here? And you're going to end up getting the x value, and you don't even have to solve for the y value because there's only one x value that has that value. Number four, but whatever it is on your in the computer for you, I don't know. So this one right here, you have y is less than or equal to negative x minus 1, and you have y is greater than or equal to 2x plus 4. Okay. The lines, the one with the lines, it doesn't, those don't mean anything. It's just, this should all be black. It should all be shaded. So I don't know. It doesn't make a difference. So don't let that throw you. So for number four, just know that this line is going to have a slope of negative 1 and the y-intercept of negative 1. And this one is going to have a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of 4. The key to this is noticing where they're shaded, because all four answers that are given to you have the correct y-intercepts and have the correct slopes and all that. It's the shading that's different. So this one had the shading has to be below this line, and this one, the shading has to be above that line. So that's going to be your key to number four. Number five, what is element A12 in matrix A? you might want to pause it on this. And I have all the matrix mapping out for you for the rows and the columns. Okay, so that would help you figure out what number is in number 5 that is considered A12. For number 6, you are how can you represent the system of equations with a matrix? So you are going to just write these numbers. These how you would just list these numbers, how I have them, how they're set up in these equations, and I circled the numbers how they should look. The only thing that's going to look different is I have a +3 there, and it just has a 3. So this is how it should look. This is how it should look for number 6. I can't go any further with that, or else I'd be giving you the answer. So number 7, what is the solution of the system of equations? Use a calculator. You're going to use and all I can tell you for this one, use the graphing calculator. So you're going to do the matrix. So you're going to go to, once you turn your graphing calculator on, you're going to hit second, you're going to hit matrix, you're going to go over to edit, you're going to want to make sure you have a 3x4. Type in all your numbers. What numbers are you typing in? These are the numbers for the first equation, the second equation, and the third equation. Just type all those in, and then you're going to hit matrix again. You're going to go over to, once you want it to solve, you're going to go to math and matrix. Oh, let me go back to that. Math, and then you're going to go down all the way to, remember, RREF. It's B, RREF. Hit enter, and then you're going to go second matrix. You want the A one, enter it, A, and then you're going to hit equals. If I show you any more, I'm going to give you the answer. So for number 8, I have the greatest common factor. So what are you going to, what can you divide out of the problem, out of 14x to the third and 8x to the fourth? So in other words, what can you divide out of each term? Number 9, you're going to do the same thing. It's same as 8, but what is left remains in the parentheses. So you're going to figure out what you can divide out of 28 and 8, and then what's left is going to be in the parentheses. For number 10, you are going to simplify the product by using the distributive property. So you have double distribution here, or the FOIL method. So use FOIL, first, outside, inside, last. So multiply the firsts, the outsides, the insides, and the lasts. And I did the first step for you. Okay? And then you're just going to combine like terms and you'll have the answer. Number 11, what is the factored form of the following expressions? So you want the factored form. So a little hint about this one. You're going to think of, so look at these answers here. You have 7, 11, 7, 11, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive 7, positive 11, positive 1, positive 77. So your clue for this one, your little bit of clarification is you want to think of two numbers that you can multiply and get 77, but add and get 18. Okay? All right, I'm going to upload the rest of this test on another video so that I can get a student testing, and then I'll just have the second part of this test, second half, a little bit more than half, on another video, so look for that.